I had to earn, and I still have to earn a lot of people's trust back. People don't want to invest in like, yo, watching somebody's weekly opinions and then bam, they're gone. And I understand that. And I messed up a lot. I feel as though I was kind of thinking with the mindset of a child with so many which ways of how I moved. Like, yeah, there's gonna be storms, of course. You know, it's tough. Life gets really, really tough at times. You know, bills come through, all of that stuff. But if you keep yourself grounded and you move in a genuine way, then things will come in the right order. I feel as though my life, so much of my life has been focused on me rushing. Like, I gotta get that video out. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And I made mistakes along the way. Just like with friendships and relationships and all sorts of stuff. Genuinely, like, I'm sorry. I let a lot of people down, and it's not funny. That's just like my nervous laugh. I let a lot of people down, and man, it's crazy. I don't know. I've just been reflecting a lot and taking it day by day, man. You know what I mean? That's all you could do.
Know your place, worm. Prepare yourself. Damn Saiyan.
So before we begin, I want to make it abundantly clear that I am not going after Forneworld in any malicious way, and I will not be disrespecting this man in this video. And so I reach out to you guys, the Black Squad, and anybody else who just is watching. I'm gonna ask you guys, do not disrespect this man in the comment sections. You guys can criticize his music, his content, that's fine. You guys can criticize how he runs his channel, but there is a fine line between criticism and outright disrespecting someone, and you guys know which it is. You guys are all big boys and girls. You guys know what that line is. And last time I asked you guys this, you passed with flying colors. Let's show the anime community that we are as respectful as they come. I know you guys won't let me down. So a lot of you guys may be surprised that I actually started watching Forneworld before I watched any Dragon Ball YouTuber. I used to just watch anime YouTubers and never really focused in on the Dragon Ball subsection of the larger anime community. So what was the reason that I started watching and I subscribed to Forneworld all those years ago? The reason is simple. He is not an anime reviewer. Not one that puts pen to paper. Similar to me, he doesn't use a script, or at least he doesn't use a full drawn out script. Maybe he uses guidelines, I sometimes do, but most of the time I turn on the camera, or the audio recording device in my case, and I just start talking. And that's kind of what drew me to him. That's all he did. He wasn't a professional sounding reviewer. He just sounded like that guy you could hang out with, say at the anime store or the manga store, Barnes & Noble, Borders, how it used to be back then. All those stores, hanging out by the anime section. You could just talk to him about anime and he would have some recommendations and he would give you his thoughts on certain series. And that's really what drew me to him. That's his whole shtick. That was what made him popular, and that is what the style that he was going for, that is what he's still been doing up until this point for the most part. And so I was really drawn to the real factor of his videos, and he actually got me into a lot of series that I would not have been into if I hadn't watched his videos. He got me into Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, 7 Deadly Sins. He pushed me to finish Naruto Shippuden, which at the time I had not finished. And he told me that there was a movie coming out that featured Naruto's son. And unfortunately, the series didn't live up to expectation, at least not for me. But I've genuinely been getting a lot of my anime recommendations throughout the years from this guy, and he always seemed like he avoided drama, and that's pretty rare for the anime community. I mean, Double 4 Anime was coming at this guy with several videos, and it only took Double Four pushing Forneverworld to his breaking point before Fornever even created a video about him. He just seemed very collected, very steady in his mindset, really relaxed, and trying to avoid drama and giving people unnecessary clout through drama videos entirely. So I stuck with Forneverworld through a lot of years, even as I started my own YouTube career. And I always look back at the greats, the originators. Yeah, Forneverworld is one of them, if not the main one, which we'll get to here in a second. And so growing into my own YouTube wings, he was definitely an inspiration along with other YouTubers in the anime sector or the Dragon Ball sector. But then he started his music. Now, I want to keep it real. I am not one of those that is blindly hating anything that comes from Forneverworld or his music. I actually like Berserk.
Cause it wasn't me. The thermostat stay hotter than the cherry on a cig. Baby lit, but the flame goes higher than a crack lighter. So don't piss me off, you get shitted on. One wish you're gone. You just so mad. You really, really mad. It's so fucking sad. It's not my fucking bad. Cause you just so mad. You really, really mad. It's so fucking sad. It's not my fucking bad.
And Beautiful Goodbye. I actually think those two tracks are among his best.
Every single fucking day, I swear it's just a fucking sin. How many times I gotta say the same old motherfucking thing? They tell me this, they tell me that, but they don't fucking love me back. I swear to God, they creep me out. I wish you would just peep me out. I buy them every fucking thing, get treated like a fucking sin.
I like the way they flow. I like the way that they give me those heavy early Linkin Park vibes. And so I thought that this was actually not that bad, and it was a good trajectory if you wanted to go into making music. The rest of his tracks, you can either like them or not like them. There are some issues with some of the lyrics, in my opinion, the way it flows, and obviously the auto-tune. I think the auto-tune's a little bit too heavy, and I think that after a while of practicing, after years of going through and doing this music, he could have gotten a little bit better with the singing portion of it, the chorus portion, and use a little bit less auto-tune. But that hits one of the main problems with jumping right into music like this and doing a knee-jerk reaction going into a field that your audience won't accept right off the bat. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys the secret of how to change things on your YouTube channel so you keep the same amount of views or consistent audience. You don't lose anybody because they know what the hell is going on. So I'm going to attack a popular misconception about my own channel. Now, you guys have seen some of the hate videos about me, and one of the points that they've been hitting is that Geekdom called me the worst Dragon Ball YouTuber at some point, which never happened, at least not that I can remember. And even if he did, I didn't give a shit because that was one other person's opinion, and I'm a big boy. I can move and make moves despite one person's opinion. But either way, they think that because I changed my name from Dragon Ball Black to BlackScape, I did it to please Geekdom so I can get away from him calling me the worst Dragon Ball YouTuber or something like that. That isn't the case at all. I actually changed my name from Dragon Ball Black to BlackScape a little bit after the Tournament of Power was wrapping up, or I think it had been over already. And the reason is simple. I wanted to brand myself with something specific about me. I wanted to have a name and make a name for myself. Trust me, when you're doing this, when you start at a channel, you don't want to keep a name that's connected to only one series. Dragon Ball Super was ending. I had no idea when it was coming back, and I may have wanted to do other things. I didn't want it to be just connected to Dragon Ball through my name alone, so I wanted to get something new. And Dragon Ball Black is 100% connected to Dragon Ball. I mean, the name Dragon Ball Black came from the fact that I was doing Dragon Ball to start out with, and I liked Goku Black. That was my favorite character, and that's the character or the arc that pushed me into reviewing Dragon Ball and making Dragon Ball theory videos and whatever other videos I was making at the time. And I chose BlackScape because Black was what everyone was calling me. They weren't calling me Dragon Ball Black. Everybody, for the longest time that I had my channel, up until the ending of the Tournament of Power, everybody just called me Black in the comment section. So I took that and I put scape to it because I liked the word hellscape, and scape actually has the meaning of world or universe, what have you. So this channel is my universe, BlackScape. That's the origin of my name. So how did I get away with changing my name without losing views? I spent about 2 months with the same name. Just in about every other video, I would tell my audience that I'm going to change my name to BlackScape. I told them to keep calling me BlackScape. I'm not Dragon Ball Black anymore. I would say it at the very beginning of the video, this is BlackScape. People would be replying to me in the comment section, is it Dragon Ball Black or BlackScape? And I would reply, it's BlackScape. So I got my audience used to the idea of me changing my name until I finally did it. And I remember when I finally did it, I felt this huge relief and this weight off my shoulders because I wasn't stuck with a name I didn't want anymore. I didn't want to be just associated with Dragon Ball 100%, even though my content's like 99% Dragon Ball. I wanted to have the option of doing something different at some point and have a name that you guys would know me as that's unique only to me. So I changed my name, and guess what? The next day when I changed my name, I still got the same amount of views I did before because everybody was used to it. They knew my icon, they knew my logo, and they knew that I was going to change my name. They even went in the comment section and was like, hey, you changed your name. Why don't you change the intro? And I was like, well, I'm going to change it eventually. I'll change the intro, but I've kept the intro the same, Dragon Ball Black on the intro, because I love the intro. I don't want to change it, I don't want to mess with it, and I don't want to add BlackScape to it. I think that it's a good part of my history, or the history of this channel, and something to keep remembered that I used to be Dragon Ball Black. If I really was worried about somebody calling me the worst Dragon Ball YouTuber based on my name alone, then I would have changed the intro a long time ago, but I haven't. It's still the same. You could even see it in this channel. But that's the thing, when you first change something so drastically about your channel, you have to warm up people to it. You cannot just do a knee-jerk reaction and jump right into it and say, hey, the next couple of videos I'm going to be doing music, and then fall off the face of the earth, bringing out music videos here and there, and then expecting people to love it. I mean, some people did love it, but a lot of people blamed your music for you not making anime videos anymore because you didn't warm them up to it. Forneverworld, I'm talking to you. The best way you could have done it, in hindsight, obviously we cannot change the past, is I would have continued to make anime videos as I was normally making them, and then throughout each video, or not each video, but every other video, some videos, I would throw one of my tracks in there. Hey guys, check this out. This is what I've been working on. I'm doing music on the side as a little hobby, and then just throw it out there. And then that way you could have kept developing your music with criticism, and you would have gotten a lot of support. Trust me, people support that shit. They're like, oh, he's making music, it actually doesn't sound too bad, you know what, keep going, man. And then it would have been a positive thing up until you at some point would have gotten your channel so accustomed to having your music on it throughout videos that say were about Black Clover or even Dragon Ball, and not made sole videos on the music itself, that you wouldn't have been getting all this sort of negativity on certain songs, or just the fact that you're just focusing on music for a long time instead of anime reviews. And once you actually decided to make that change, people would have been so accustomed to it that they would have ridden with your change. They would have gone with it and supported you throughout the beginning of your music career. And you sort of did it through adding your song through the intro of your videos, but at that point it was too little too late. You had already done the knee-jerk reaction and jumped right into it without buttering anybody up for it. So when did I stop riding with Forneverworld? When did I fall off and just unsub from the channel and stop following him on Twitter? And that was when he made a diss track on a voice actor, the voice of Goku, because he had blocked them on Twitter. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of the blocking or the reasons. You guys can go ahead and look that shit up yourselves. I'm not going to be talking about that here. I'm going to be talking about the fact that you went through all the trouble of making a song, a beat, a video, all that stuff, just because another grown man blocked you on social media. And that is when I fell off Forneverworld, because not only was that by far the worst song that you have created, not only because you were attacking a voice actor that I really like, but just the song itself wasn't that good, and it had the added benefit of having the stigma of attacking a voice actor that I really like. But you attacked another grown man for blocking you on a social media site, and to me that's just, I don't know, that's just, you guys know what it is. It's just sad. So yes, I did stop following Forneverworld on all his media sites and everything, and I actually had forgotten that I subscribed to his second channel and I didn't unsubscribe to it. But I'm glad that I did not unsubscribe from this channel, because I wouldn't have seen his apology video, which is the whole reason I'm making this video. But I highly recommend watching his apology video in its entirety. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description below and the top comment. We all make mistakes, and after watching the apology video, I gotta say that you re-earned mine. So as you guys can see right here, I'm following him on Twitter again. I'm subscribing. Not like that means anything, but I guess it means a little bit something to me, because I've been riding with this dude for many years now, and I'm glad that I can go back and watch his videos again. Yes, this apology video was needed, because lately you have been falling off. You've been erratic. You had a whole fight with Yonko Productions.
Oh God, this motherfucking pussy Yonko talking shit like he could do something.
You said this.
I never could fall off. I'm the fourth founder. If I fall off, anime and manga fell off.
Which this statement has some truth to it, but it just comes off bad. So yes, you have been extremely erratic since you started your music, and everything that I used to respect about old Forneverworld, it was completely gone last year. But I have faith in you that you can bring it back and finish off your decade on YouTube on a high note. This is going to be BlackScape signing off. Take care, guys.
You told me one day I would